Rabbis from across Europe gathering in Belgium this week for the annual Conference of European Rabbis. This year, with a concern on the minds of many, the rise of Europe's far right.
We have made significant progress institutionally that will not be easy to turn back. And therefore, I think, although, of course, we have to stand up to rhetorics, and I think that will be a challenge.
Europeans head to the polls next week to vote in the all-important elections for the European Parliament, in which the far right is doing battle across the continent with the centrist establishment. Politics are especially charged in Poland, governed by a far-right ruling party.
There is a reluctancy to criticize anti-Semites that will support them in the elections, anti-Semites who are not going to create their own party, and therefore they want to keep them within the bounds of their electorate.
Local European Jewish leaders are very critical of the far right.
The response has to come from the politic itself. If those politicians who utter such statements are being banned from the main media and the main political events.
But in countries like Poland and Hungary, the Israeli government has worked with the far right, causing tension.
In Austria, it works very nicely. The Israeli government pretty much follows our line. It doesn't work everywhere equally well. Obviously, this is an issue of concern.
Every Jew has the obligation to fight anti-Semitism. This we have learned from history. And if every Jew has the obligation, certainly the government of Israel does. The government of Israel also has an obligation to push forward what is necessary for the state of Israel. And therefore, you need to do both.
Some in Europe, and not just on the far right, want to ban Jewish ritual animal slaughter and circumcision. For their conference site, the rabbis picked the city of Antwerp, where ritual animal slaughter is already banned. European rabbis sending a message of concern and defiance.